Hey, welcome back. This is LuminousStress, where we're always stressed out. And today I realized we need a farm. This is supposed to be a homestead. How can you be a homestead and you don't have a farm? Now, you might be wondering, but Stress, you've got a couple farms. You built a wool farm up on the hill, and we did. And you built another farm over here for turning dirt into, it's not really a farm, but for turning dirt into mud, and you know, you got a couple melons planted here, and there's some netherwort, right? That's all farmish. Well, I've been working on something off screen, and what I realized was I really wanted an actual farm. So I brought a couple villagers over and put a little cave over here for them and bred them out with the purpose of actually having a farm. So I've got a little bit of everything growing in here, and I got a couple composters on the edge of in the walls over there. Built a little house, and we've got a safe place for our villagers. They apparently were in really good health mood, and they bred, even though I only have 2 beds in here. So yeah, they're still doing their thing, and I think they're mad because there's not another bed, but you know, it's okay. We've got some villagers and we got a farm, and I'm thinking I might actually expand this and make it a little bit bigger. Maybe build a second house, and we'll get some more crops going, but we'll do that later. Today, I really want to get started on our town center / museum up on the hill. So again, off screen, I've been gathering a lot of resources, and I have all of these shulker boxes, which they're not all 100% full, although some of them are, with supplies that we are going to need to get building. And I think that is what I'm going to start on today. I don't know if we'll finish it. We'll see if anybody else logs on while we're on. I haven't ran into anybody in a couple weeks on the server. Everybody's been kind of working some weird schedules, and I think we've all had some things come up in our personal lives that have kept us off. So not just me sick, but other people with other things. And so yeah, I think I'm gonna take a nap here. We'll reset the day and get started on our build. Hey, we're starting a project, so we get to dig a hole. It's always the first step on the server. A lot of my projects go into the hillsides here. This one will be no different. Sped it up to about 2000% because it's boring to watch someone dig, but here it is, and as soon as we get this hole dug, we can start building. Okay, I put 4 pillars up. These are essentially going to be the corners of the building, and they go up there quite a ways, and I just did this to give you guys an idea of the kind of scale that we're building at here. Also, this would be a good time to note out, whoever at Mojang decided to put beacons in this game, you know, back when they did that, what a great idea, because mining all of this out was so much faster with haste 2. I've got it switched to health and jump boost because I think those will be more useful now that we're building. But man, that haste with a good pick, and we made light work of this. But anyway, so you can kind of see how tall the building is. In the front here, it'll look very, very tall because we're down here at this level here at 77, and the top of those are actually at 96, and then the building will be 2 blocks higher than that, so it's going up to 98, and we're at 77, so 21 blocks. It's pretty good. And then when you get up here, when you see it from this other angle, it won't seem quite as tall. But it is still taller than the level I'm at. Again, this will be 2 blocks taller with a different, 2 or 3 blocks taller with a different a block. We're not using the strip spruce all the way up. So even from this point where we're up, the building is gonna look up. Now, I suppose if you were to come all the way to like this high point and look at it, you'll be pretty even with it. But for most of the directions, for most of the angles, when we're looking at this building, it's pretty tall. It's up there. So I'm excited about that. I think it'll look really good when we're done. I've got it more or less built in a creative world, the exterior only. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do on the inside yet. And I like the way it looks. It's quite tall again. So that's the width there of the inside, and then the outside's one block. Or I'm sorry, of the main part. The front is going to come out 4 or 5 more blocks, and it is a little bit narrower. It's as wide as this sand over there to that sand. So you can see right here, it's 2 blocks on each side narrower, but we're going to have the front entry with the pillars. And I think this is going to look really cool when it's done. But I thought this was a good spot to pause and just kind of walk you through. We're going to have what we're going to have. It's a good sized building. Like I said, we're going to have 2 rows of pillars in the front with a sloped roof in the front, a very slow, shallow angle. And then it'll be a flat top back here over these corners. So I'm excited for it. Got a lot of work to do still. And let's get back to it. Okay, if you look around, I've got the walls starting to get built. And what I'm realizing is I need to cut in some of the windows and stuff because I'm running out of resources. And I don't want to have to go grind for a bunch of extra strip spruce logs that I probably don't need. So we're going to hit pause. Even though I don't have this last wall built yet, we're going to hit pause and we're going to start knocking out some windows so that I can save some resources. Okay, as you can see, I actually still need to go get some more strip spruce because I need to finish this wall and a little bit up there. I do have some additional windows to cut out, but it's not going to be enough to fill this up. So we're going to go gather some more resources and I will be back and we'll keep working on this. Okay, as you can see, I went and got the extra strip spruce logs that I needed. And we've got the 4 walls completely built. Some of the walls don't have windows all the way down or all the way back because there's terrain out there. And on the inside, we're actually going to cover all these windows so they won't be visible on the inside anyway. But now that we've got this complete, it's time to do some texturing on these outside walls. So I'll set up some more scaffolding for that. And then we will move on to decorating the outside. And eventually we'll get to the inside. So as you can see, I set up a lot of scaffolding. I wanted to start at the top and work my way down. My concern if I started at the bottom is that the details would be in the way of the scaffolding. I don't know how that would have worked, but this is what I did. I also realized this is why I ran out of spruce and had to go get more, because I had a lot more windows to cut out that I wasn't thinking about. On this detail, we do the glass 2 layers thick again. And this is sandstone, smooth sandstone going all the way around the top. And again, I'm cutting some more windows out here before I put the roof in. Okay, on the front of the building, going around the windows and actually on the sides as well, I use sandstone, stairs and walls. It's popping out with the glass. The glass is sticking out that layer beyond the spruce. So this is leveling it out. It gets the nice pane look. I really like the detail, and it'll blend in well with the terrain and the pillars that we'll eventually build out front. Okay, I think we're at a good point to stop and just take a look at what we got. We got all the windows across the front, the door opening, and I put some walls down the corners just to give it that, just a nice aesthetic. I think it gives it that higher building, fancier building look. Got some windows on this side, and the terrain's a little weird over here. I'll have to adjust this a little bit. But you can see the windows stop because I'm not going to clear out all this terrain. But we do have all the windows up here, which I think looks pretty good. Oops, forgot some scaffolding. We'll clean that up. And it's looking good. And I'm really happy with the way it's turned out so far. Come back on this other side. It matches the other. We've got more windows because we have less terrain to deal with, but we'll clean this up. Might try to blend the terrain a little bit better. Probably end up planting some more of these cactus around here just to, again, kind of hide some of the brown down here at the bottom. But that's the basic building. If I fly up on the top, I went ahead and did a sandstone roof so that from a distance it'll kind of blend a little bit. And then I got these lights up here. I'm hoping the lanterns are enough to keep things from spawning. But if not, as long as I don't come up here, even if a creeper spawns up here, it shouldn't blow up and then it'll die during the day. I've got this spruce slabs there just again for the kind of the aesthetic. So it does look a little goofy from the top, so we might have to play with that a little bit. But all in all, I like the way it's turning out. These three sides are basically done. The front, however, we need to put some pillars. So we're going to put 2 rows of pillars up here. And I will put a very slight sloped roof that across the front of that. And so we're going to make this look a lot cleaner. But we've got some more work to do. And I'm thinking about maybe taking a break from this project. I got a couple other things I'd like to do. I realized I need to get a sniffer egg, so we might go looking for one of those. I'd like to get a couple sniffers, not because I really like the sniffers. I don't really care. But they kick up the seeds that make some flowers that I really like, and I think would actually make some good decoration in this style. So I think we'll hit pause on this project for a little bit, go take a break, and I will go see if I can't find some sniffer eggs. So I met up with Explorer Redburn and we both went hunting for about an hour for sniffer eggs. He found 5 and I got completely skunked. I didn't find any. He finally told me that he wasn't going to tell me that he found any because he was hoping I would find at least one, but I never did. Thankfully he found 5, like I said. So we got together, built the farm, and it's just a simple farm. There's probably tons of these on YouTube already. But it's allowing us to now get the items that the sniffers dig up, which we're really happy about. And of course, we can breed more, get more eggs, and expand if we decide to later on down the road. Not anything special, just a simple farm on the edge. It's why we built it kind of away from everything else. You can AFK at it when you need it and ignore it when you don't. Okay, came to the end because I wanted to show you something Explorer Redburn's been working on. He's been working on building us an experience farm with Enderman, obviously, in the end. And he took it to the next level. I'm going to turn around and just show you the tunnel here. So when you come to the end, you spawn right here. These are the stairs up. But if you turn around, I mean, he's got an ender head that he built here, which is just beautiful. He's got light hidden behind these stairs in the wall, which is a wonderful detail. We've got the magma blocks with the crystals on here. I mean, this is just beautiful. It's got chains in here. You come in here and it's just short enough that it doesn't allow any Enderman to spawn in here. And then when you get about a little more, well, maybe a little less than halfway, he switches to this glass, the dark glass, which is, you know, it's like you can see everything. It's just absolutely beautiful. Again, it's just short enough. Nothing's going to spawn in here. And it is a long run, of course, because you got to get a certain distance away from the island so that Endermen aren't spawning on the island, preventing you from getting them here. But check this out. He puts a bubble elevator in so you can drop down, water right there, no big deal. And he's got a bubble elevator for the way out. So, I mean, this is just ender chest in case you need to swap some loot out. Don't mind if I do. And, yeah. Just duck. And we've got experience coming in. And since I've got mending on that tool, now I am mending my tools too. Just a cool detail. I mean, this farm is absolutely brilliant. I think he did a great job building it. And as you can see, it's very effective. I am going to have to grab a different sword the next time I come down here. This one has looting on it, and we just picked up way too many ender pearls. But you know what? We'll take them home with us. Use them next time. Well, hey, it's getting towards the end of the day here, and I'm really happy with the progress we made. We got this nice house here. I actually kind of built the roof twice and ended up adding on to it. So in a way, we built the house twice, but I'm really happy with the way it turned out. We've got a farm on both sides. We've got room up here to add another farm. Iron golem in the back, of course, which means the villagers got attacked at some point. That's okay. You know, it happens, and that's what he's there for. He's there to protect him. We got plenty of windows in here. I've got the extra beds down there, so this is actually going to kind of act like a villager breeding area as well, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we'll use them. We've got this nice start to the museum. The inside is very plain. It's plain. It's haven't worked on that at all yet. And we need to put the pillars out front. So maybe next week we'll get the 2 rows of pillars and the front roof, make it look a little more courthousey. Think about doors, think about decoration. But all in all, I think we got a lot done. We met with Explorer Redburn as well earlier, and we were able to find sniffer eggs. I should say he found the sniffer eggs. I went with him looking and struck out. But, uh-oh, they got out. I'm going to have to work on that. But yeah, we got this nice little sniffer farm going on here, and I know what the problem is. It's right there. And I'm pretty happy. We got a lot done today, so I'll go get some leads. We'll put those away, and that'll be it for today. I want to thank everybody that watched this long. If you would, please like and subscribe. It does help a lot. And we will see you next time.